Well, hello. Hey, Barbara. How are you? You got
I'm good.
Mila.
One too many.
Ah! She's going to have the
Same
hangover at the
here.
Christmas party.
Nearly 9 p.m. here.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you. Now, mind you, it is not 2 in the afternoon for Barbara right now. She is here from Poland. So, if you're wondering who's drinking at 2 in the afternoon, nobody right now. But bravo, you. Good for you for showing up. This is great. So, let me just get things started. Did you see you got a little toast from Foster? He sent you a little wine glass toast. That's awesome. How are you guys today? Um, I'm first off, thank you for jumping on in such last minute notice. I didn't know whether I'd be able to pull off this today because I didn't know if I'd have a Christmas present for you guys. So this is called last minute shopping. How many you get? I haven't wrapped a single present, and my kids know where all my presents are hid. So I am like just ruining Christmas right now. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. But here's one thing I want to get better at is introducing myself. I think every time I jump into this, I fail to let people know who I am, why we're here, what we're doing. Some people don't even know that I have a software or anything like that. So let me first introduce myself as people jump in. And as you're jumping in, let me know where you guys are calling in from or connecting from. I would love to know where everybody's at because this is fun. This is like a little global party. I get to be in my rural community, but connect with you guys all over the globe. So I love that. So, Maryland. All right, we got an East Coaster. I think you guys killed my team the other week, depending on who your team is. But Baltimore Ravens just joined last week, coming from north of KC. Awesome. California. Yay, Jenny's here. He's so awesome. We got so Ravens. Yeah. Okay, you are a Ravens fan. That's what I thought. I think they're doing pretty good this year. I'm a Vikings fan. I think it's just gluttony for punishment. All right. Hello, everyone from Poland, Fort Worth, Texas. Oh, we got Niners. Yeah, I like the Niners too. My son keeps telling me to get a new team. And I said, well, maybe the Niners. I think they'll get into the Super Bowl this year. Ravens, Niners. So Texas, yay. Nice and warm down there. So my name, real brief, is Carla White. I'm the founder and CEO of Hiro.fm, which is a private podcasting platform on steroids, meaning it's gated audio plus SMS and all these things so that you can launch an idea, you can launch your knowledge in an afternoon. That's the gist behind it. It has the sales page, everything baked in. And my passion is tech and business. So I'm the first woman to launch an iPhone app, which happened a bajillion years ago. And I have since just been going down this rabbit hole of not just technology, but marketing and providing simple solutions so that you can be self employed, automate profits, do things you like to do more. And that's my passion. That's what I love to do. So I have programs that help teach that. I have software, and it's my huge passion because I think we're on the planet for a couple of things. One, to have a good time, and two, to share our knowledge. So I feel that something that you know that you have, somebody else is praying for right now. And that's why I created Hiro so that you could get that knowledge to them quickly and make some money while you do it. So, no, it is just the last one of 2023. Yeah, I should have put that in the email. I kind of wrote that super fast. In fact, I think it's still November in that email. I think I put like 19th of November. So We went back a month. I kind of put that together really quickly. So, all right, now that it is 2 minutes past and everybody's punctual on time. Hi, Pierre! Yay, he made it from Paris, France. Um, and I really want to be respectful of your time. You guys know I tend to get long-winded with some of these things, but I want to share two things. And can you guess? Can you guess? Anybody want to guess what item number one is? This is the first Christmas present to you. No, Colleen, I already gave that to you guys last night or last week. We're moved on. That's old news. Oh, yes, it's Telnyx. Woo! We got Telnyx in the house. We got Telnyx in the house. So, if you're not sure what Telnyx is, yeah, can we get some yeses in the chat? Who's excited about this? I am. I certainly am. I had no idea this existed until y'all brought it into my life. I think it's Colleen brought it in loud as thunder. So, yeah, thank you. Big round of applause for Colleen. Thank you for that. And what it is, yeah, what it is an alternative to Twilio. So let me back up just 1 second. Every webinar, every time I get on Zoom, I'm banging this drum and I'm going to bang it again and I'm bang it again and I'm bang it again. Get into SMS marketing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now. Build that phone number list. Get that phone number list. The money is in the list, but phone numbers convert like crazy. They are insane. I had no idea until I got onto a call with some dude. I don't know. I think he was helping me with his webinar and he was showing me all the phone chat things he was using. And I'm like, why are you doing that? He's like, oh my gosh, are you not doing this? And he explained it. And I'm like, okay, I got to get on this bandwagon because it's so easy. The open rate's like 99%. They open it within like 10 seconds. Conversions are like 40% versus like 2% with email. And so it's just crazy. Like just before I got on here, I was texting a guy and sold $1,000 product to him through text, right? So, and he liked it. Like that's how people want to converse. That's how they want to have communication. So Hiro has that baked in because we want to just make everything super simple. We don't want you to have to set up all these weird autoresponders and all these things like connect this and that and the other. If you're new, you can get started in an afternoon. If you're seasoned, you can still get started in an afternoon, but you can still connect all those other things if you're using them, Active Campaign or whatever you're using, right? So we started out with just Twilio when we created this feature. And we gave everybody a phone number when they joined Hiro. We're like, here's your phone number because we wanted to make it super simple. Well, then this whole A2P, whatever it is, certification came along. And we had like, it was a nightmare because everybody has to register their phone number and it took forever. And so we're like, okay, we can't, like, if we give phone numbers out, it's going to take them months before they can actually use the phone number. So then we thought, well, get your number directly from Twilio so that you can use it right away. Well, then enters Colleen into my life and she's like, where the heck's the Telnyx? And I'm like, what the heck is Telnyx? She's like, that's the mothership. Do you not know about this? They're like, so much cheaper than Twilio. So Twilio goes to Twilio gets its service from Telnyx, 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 Telnyx. And lo and behold, it is way cheaper. Like a toll-free number in Twilio is like $10 a month. Telnyx is $1. Okay. An SMS is like a fraction of the price in Telnyx. So, we got on it. We're like, okay, how do we get this integrated into Hiro? So without further ado, let me share. Let me make sure I got the right 1 second. I'm going to go. Where is it? I think it's this one. Do you guys see my dashboard in Hiro? Is that what you're looking at? Where's the chitty chat? What do we got? Yes. Okay, good. Great. Thank you. So if you scroll on down to creator settings, so you can set this up if you have an agency account and you have multiple creators under your account, then you can set up a separate phone number and domains and emails for each one of those people. So over here, we have a new tab called phone. And you'll see you can set up your Twilio number or you can connect your Telnyx. Okay. And you get these details right on your Telnyx dashboard. It'll be right at the top, right in the corner. Can't miss it. Just copy and paste, and it'll show the numbers you have in Telnyx. So step number 1 is, if you don't already have a phone number, to head over to Telnyx and purchase one. Okay. Purchase that number. And then once you get it purchased, put in your API key and your public key, select the number, and it'll default right up here. Okay. So that's all you need to do. That's it. And you're good as gold. You can use all of these integrations over here. I think you can still use automations without a phone number. You don't need a phone number for that, but keyword and inbox and campaigns, you still need a phone number. So that is the big surprise. Do we still have to do the, yes, I know what you're talking about, Jenny Jones. It's easier. So I think it's like that certification or whatever, authentication to A2P 10 DLC certification. And with Twilio, you had to fill out like form after form after form after form. But oh yeah, I should get an affiliate link for Telnyx. Ooh, yeah. But with for me with Telnyx, yeah, I know, right? Like I'm just so concerned about getting it integrated. I didn't think about that. But yeah, use Colleen. Let's give her some credit on this. I'll integrate it later, blah, blah, blah. But, let's do this for Colleen. Colleen, if you have a Telnyx affiliate link, drop it in the chat, would you please? And we'll use hers.
Can I pop in real quick?
Absolutely.
I don't have like an affiliate link. I could do that, but then you're still paying full price. If somebody wants to set up, well, 2 things. First, if you go with a 10-digit phone number, 10 DLC, you are going to pay about 0.004 cents per text message. If you go with a toll-free number, 0.005. But with a 10 DLC, you have to register for 10 DLC, plus you have to register for the campaign registry, which is $10 a month. So if you're sending less than 10,000 text messages a month, it's cheaper for you to go toll-free. So then my price for toll-free is less. So if you want to get a number through me and then we can work out something that way, that's easier. Otherwise, Telnyx really doesn't have an affiliate link because they're wholesalers. So they really don't have,
like, how can we break it down? Here's your 3 cents.
Yeah. So yeah, you really can't bait that. But yeah, so I could teach like a small mini class on the difference between, but that's basically the difference. Long story short, it's cheaper to go toll-free. It's less of a hassle. The carriers don't give you as much trouble, and it looks more professional to your customer if it's coming from a toll-free number.
Yeah, it's a mini class. I think we should get that on the books for the new year. Unfortunately, which thank you for bringing that up, I wanted to get this out, but I first registered a toll-free number, and for some reason, the text messages weren't going through. So we're not sure. Oh, good. Tell me
You
what
have to have your toll-free number verified.
you
So
do.
there's a verification process. So, and again, this is where I can be a benefit to people because I am such a big customer. We send out millions and millions, well, probably 50, 60, 70, 80 million messages a month.
Mhm.
So I've got my own team at Telnyx. So instead of taking like a month to get your toll-free number verified, I can
Mhm.
get it done in 3 to 5 days because I do the volume that I do with Telnyx. I'm a priority customer.
Oh,
So yeah, so that's probably why your toll-free number isn't working because I think it was as of like the 14th of this month or something like that, the carriers
oh,
and the carrier dealing with the carriers is like dealing with Facebook. They're
yeah.
right and you're wrong,
Yep.
period. And they will shut you down for no reason, period. So the carriers are who rule. No, so the carriers being, T-Mobile, AT&T is a nightmare. Verizon, those. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of carriers. They just changed some rules in Canada the other day, so we had to shift all of our campaigns. So that's why you have to get your numbers verified. So even if it's a 10-digit number, 10-digit long code, 10 DLC,
Mhm.
you still have to go through a verification process, whether it's a 10 DLC or a toll free. The
Okay.
difference being, of course, with a 10 DLC, you have to pay a campaign registry fee. You have to tell them what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. That's $10 a month. But with toll free, you just need to get it verified and there's no cost per month. So
Okay.
with Telnyx, it's like $1 a month for your phone number, no extra fees for toll free. Um, but you still, if you're going with a 10-digit phone number, you have to pay that $10 a month to the campaign registry, TCR. So, but you still have to be verified with a toll-free number.
Got it. So anybody feel overwhelmed right now?
I have a quick question. I have a
Yeah.
quick question. So if you've already gone through the A, B, C, D, E, F, G with what's the name of those other people? Oh,
Twilio.
Twilio.
Mhm.
So is it just cheaper to go through it to get a Telnex and go back through everything all over again? Or just do I go through Telnex and then just get a 1-800 number? Or which one of these will have priority if we have them both in the back of Hiro? I guess that's my question. That would be a question as well. Or you don't know yet. Or you're still testing
Well,
it, still testing it out.
what we have right now is just one number per creator. And we wanted to see the adoption rate. And then if people want to have more than one number, then we're going to add that feature in. So you could swap, like you could have 10 numbers that you're texting from through Hiro and it wouldn't matter. So, Colleen just dropped her email address. So, and I think I'll reach out to you, Colleen, and let's set up something where we can do a workshop where it'll be recorded. It'll be on the Hiro website. And so if you miss it, it'll be right there, no logins, nothing. And it'll walk you through the process of getting everything set up. So, but
I
back
think
to you.
so. Did you say, I think originally, did you also say this is only for your agency
Nope, it's
plan
any
holders? Is
any
that what you said?
plan, any plan.
Okay.
I guess what I was referring to with agency is it's called creator settings because if you have agency account, these
Hmm.
settings are particular to each creator. So if you set
Oh,
it
got
up
it.
for Colleen, it won't be set up for Jenny. You got to go in and
Got
set
it.
up Jenny's numbers and they'll be separate. So
Okay.
that's the difference. Yeah. So a couple of things is we plan on having multiple numbers if that's something you guys would want to use. I didn't want to go out of the gate and create it because it isn't, that straightforward because every time you swap between numbers, you have to go and get all the data and everything. So it's not as straightforward. So I thought, well, before we develop all that out, let's just see what they want. So if that's something you'd use, then let me know and we'll get it. Okay, I got a thumbs up. Is that a yes? Do it then. Boogie down Bronx. Is that was that a yes? Go for it, or a yes? Just I got you. I understand. He's not answering. Oh, that's a yes. Okay. Go for it. All right. Let's see. What else was I going to say? Okay, so Colleen's going to help us with the 1-800. That was one of the things I wanted to share is we couldn't get the 1-800 to work, or it was a 1-888, a toll free. Couldn't get it to work. So Colleen will help with that. Colleen, here's another question that I always get that maybe you know the answer to is international numbers. So I know with Twilio, it's really restricted. With Germany and other places, they have to get some sort of weird thing set up. So I was wondering, I didn't really look into Telnyx that much, how it works internationally. Do you know off the top of your head by chance?
I certainly do.
Okay. That's cool.
International gets expensive. And then there's a bunch of international laws. So for example, like prices in the Middle East, it's about $1 a text message. You don't want to do anything there. The laws in France are very prohibitive. You cannot send anything marketing on a Sunday. So you will have to block off any text messaging on Sunday. So that's another example. Then you have short codes that you have to use if you're doing to the UK or to Australia. Australia has been changing their laws almost every month. So we actually have a client where over half of her business is in Australia. So she has a friend. You have to have a local Australian mailing address in order to do like a local phone number. So she had a friend in Australia. We had to set it all up. So then they changed their law again. You couldn't even do that. And then they changed their law again last month. And then they changed the laws again this month. So Australia is really difficult to work with. But if you're dealing with the UK, for example, there's 2 ways to deal in the UK. You can buy a local UK phone number, not a toll free. You just buy a local UK number. And then if you have a lot of business there, and I think it's 0.006, so 0.6 of a cent, plus carrier fees. Remember, all of these things have about an additional 0.004 that adds on top of it. That's a carrier fee that comes from, and each carrier has a different fee. So on average, about 4. So it gets more expensive when you're dealing internationally. The cheapest places are your +1s, Canada and the United States. Canada just raised their fees about a week ago on Rogers and a couple of their major carriers. So they're starting to get a little bit more expensive. So when you're marketing, if you're thinking US and Canada, you're golden. Once you start getting international, there's different laws for each country, plus there's different fees for each company or each country, and they're starting 3 to 4 times as much as what the US fees are. So once you go international, you're quadrupling your fees. So that's something else to keep in mind.
Yeah. Is there a way to stop our numbers from calling overseas?
Yes. The way I have all of my clients set up within Telnyx is that we shut off international. So even if somebody signs up, if they give you an international phone number, it won't work. It won't send to them. We did have, I'm not even getting into that, but yeah, you can just shut off international, or you can, like for one of my clients, he's actually in the UK, does most of his business US and Canada, but about a third of his business is in the UK. So we only turn down Great Britain. So even if somebody else signs up outside of the UK, they can't, the text message just doesn't go to them. Yeah.
Good. Oh, good. Great. Yeah. I know. Isn't she just a gold mine, Steve? So we'll have it. So she's the main show, because that's what we need. We need to like just plan to have all our computers up, ask her all the questions, get everything set up. I'll reach out to you, Colleen. I'll have a list of things we would like for you to do in advance, maybe probably have your Telnyx account set up, those sort of things. But the rest we can do on a call, and I'll figure out some good dates and times in the next couple of weeks, given that it's the holidays, right? So, yeah, and she's got to come to South Dakota to build me a couple of cupboards. So she didn't know that I was going to fly her here for that.
Well, then we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, my dad was a carpenter, so I grew up making cabinets, and then I taught my son, and so we ran a cabinet business. Anyway, so
yeah, and I need a couple of cabinets. So she answered a little post in the winter. Oh no, actually, it's like 50 degrees. It's going to be 50 on Christmas. It's crazy warm here right now. Anyway, so is there any A2P requirements for the Telnyx numbers. Yes. Okay. So Kevin, again, Colleen will answer this better, but from my own experience, setting up a Telnyx number just this week, the approval was almost instant and I didn't have to fill out a ton of information. So I don't know if I did it wrong, my number is sending, or if they just make it that much easier. So, okay. And Kevin, Colleen's going to do a whole workshop so we can figure this out. Okay. Sorry if I missed somebody scribbling on my screen. So quick question. Sorry if I missed the agency model. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, okay. Are we good with the Telnyx? Because if so, then I'll go switch over to what Colleen was talking about, which is a feature we released recently, which kind of brings me to the next topic too. So, anybody, you guys good? You got any more questions about Telnyx? If so, you can ask later too. So, the other feature is up here, you can have multiple creators. So this is one of my clients that I started working with, and he has one little book. So he's under my account. He's one of my clients from my agency model. So you can set yourself up to add accounts. And we sell them in packs of 5. Okay. And based on the feedback that we got, we are offering monthly subscriptions because we originally advised to do an annual subscription with the packs of 5. But we've got a lot of feedback and people are like, I just need to make sure I can do it, get my feet wet. So we will be offering monthly. We hope to have that ready by Christmas, before Christmas. So you can either select monthly subscriptions or annual with all of our plans. And with the sub accounts, so you can get them in packs of 5. Each sub account has all the features and has unlimited episodes, unlimited shows, unlimited listeners, unlimited automations, keyword opt-ins, all the things with each account. And the price equals about $20 a month per account. Okay. So here's what I've been doing. For example, with this guy, Matthew, he has a massive, massive email list. So we created this book for him and he's going to send it out to his list. And he didn't pay me anything to set this all up, but I'm going to get a percentage of the sales that he makes from this book. That's how how we set it up. So there's no fees. There's no, it's commission based only. And if you do the math on something like that, if you have like a 30,000 list and let's say 1% convert, and he's going to sell this for like $27, that's a nice chunk of change if you're even just getting 10% of that. So then the question comes, okay, so you have this great deal. You set everything up for free. You get a percentage. How do you make sure that he pays you? Right? Well, there's a couple of things. First off, I can see all his sales, so I know what he's getting for sales. But secondly, his account is under my account. So I can go in to his account, and I believe it's down here, and I can pause it. So it'll basically shut everything off if he is not paying me. So I still have control over everything that he has in his account. And if he's making $40,000, he's going to want to keep that coming in, right? He's not going to just chuff over a few grand to keep it going. So that's how I have been making money with agency model. And some of the other people, I'm teaching this in FM Factory, which is a new course. It's a combination of courses that we're doing, and it's teaching you exactly how to reach out to people, how to convert them, how to set it all up, and how to just build this all up. So it's $1 million business. Do I have access to his list? Well, I will know who all signed up as a listener, right? So I don't get access to his entire list, but I will be able to see who he has set up as a listener. And that's kind of unethical for me to steal lists. So can you pay him and minus your commissions? You could do that. So the way you would do that is you could set up the payments go into your Stripe account rather than his. You just connect your Stripe account instead of his. But yeah, his Stripe account will be connected. I really trust him. So we're going to have the money go straight into his Stripe account. Is that an influencer course or something else? Okay, so the FM Factory is a few things. It's really to get people to make money off of this new feature, to get a bunch of clients using this method. And you don't have to do it commission-based only. You can charge them a monthly fee. I just find that commission-based only is such an easy sell. It's like, hey, can I write you a check for $10,000? And it's like finding the right people who would be a good fit for it so that it's good for them and good for you. So that's part of it. The other part is if you want to be the influencer or the person creating the content. So what I shared there is how to do faceless reels and to bring people from your social media into a product and sell it by just having them do something like comment, yes, and I'll send it over to you. So, and a bunch of other stuff like how to set up a course. I'm going to teach you. So it breaks it down to like getting organic traffic first. And then once you get through that, then paid traffic. And here's something I'm working on is cold leads. So how do we do it with cold leads too? So you might look at Zach's platform, handled affiliate type sales, well-established, for a smaller business. What is Zaxa for handle affiliate sales? Oh, is it like an affiliate commissions type thing? Track all the sales? Yeah. Okay. I'll look into that. I'll write that down. Okay, cool. Funny you mentioned that. Let me make a note of this real quick. So yeah, that's FM Factory. I'll put the link. I did a course on it. Where is the link to it? I did a webinar about it, how it all works. So if you want to just do it yourself, you can. I'll put the link to the webinar. And then in the webinar, it also has a link to FM Factory, which is the card's supposed to be closed, but you guys, it doesn't redirect because we had so many technical issues on that webinar. So that's and then here is the webinar replay if you want to watch it, or I am planning to do it between Christmas and New Year. I'm planning to host another workshop, walk you through the process, all the things. I think I got that for joining last week. We'll have a look. Yeah, if you joined FM Factory, then you get all of that's in there. All of that's included. So, yeah, super cool. Okay, let's see. I got so many windows open. Let me go back to the one we were at. Okay, so this is the agency model. It's basically a lot of our users aren't content creators. They create content, or they handle the technical side for other content creators. So they wanted a way to add multiple creators under their one account, and we created that. And then it got me thinking, well, why can't we just have everybody making money from this? So that's why I set up this system of how to reach out to influencers. It's something I have been doing, and it's been extremely successful. I really, really enjoy it. My partners enjoy it because they're just like, all they have to do is give me some audios, jump on a Zoom call while we set up their account, and that's it. Like, it's good to go. They're like, this is so easy. So super cool. Super cool. All right. Okay. Any other questions about sub accounts and agency model? Anything there? We're good? All right. Which leads me to the coal in your stocking. Yes, there's going to be coal in the stocking this year. But what happens to coal when there's a lot of pressure? It turns into a diamond. Yes. So you guys are cool with a little bit of coal. Is there a way we can become part of FM Factory if we cannot get into the agency? Yeah. So when you join FM Factory, you get 6 months of Hiro free, and you can kick off that the 6 months whenever you want. It doesn't start when you join FM Factory. It starts when you choose. So if you join FM Factory and you don't want to kick off your Hiro account for another year, we're cool with that. So that's up to you when you start that. Cool. All right. The coal in the stocking. Did that answer your question first, Stephen? I want to make sure I got that answered right. The coal in the stocking is a little bit of pains because we have the webinar converted really, really well, despite all the technical issues, which was very surprising. So it's a good webinar. And part of FM Factory is I give you the audio version of that webinar. So you can just go out and you have a product already, and you're an affiliate for FM Factory. But I don't like the affiliate software that we've been using. I don't think it's really strong. It's like loses tracking, stuff like that. I've been on the horn with them for over a year. So yes, we're going to change affiliate software. Okay. So I am setting up the new affiliate software. I will be adding all of you who are already affiliates into the new software. We will hopefully update your accounts. If you didn't know this, where is it? Here under partnership. If you put your little affiliate ID in there, and we hopefully will update that for you so you don't have to think about it. But if you're an affiliate, you put that ID in there, somebody listens to your show, and by happen chance, they come to Hiro, create an account, that person is sticky to you. You get 30% recurring for that individual. So you don't have to promote Hiro, nothing like that. It just happens because they listen to your show. And that individual is sticky to you. Okay? But we can't sticky you unless you're a partner and that's all set up. Okay? So step 1 is for us to set up the new affiliate system, then add you in, and then update this. We hope to do it automatically. And then hopefully get you into more of the programs, get you content, get you stuff. So if you want to share Hiro, if you want to share the programs, you can. If you don't, we're cool with that too. But it's an initiative that we want to improve for 2024. So like I said, it's going to be a little bit of growing pains because some of you, if you have a link, we're going to give you a new link, things like that. So, oh, no tears, nothing. You guys didn't care about the coal in the stocking. All right. And that's it. That's all I got for today. That's the Christmas party. We only had one person drinking wine on the call. Nobody else was drinking. But yeah, Yeah, that's it. That's the good stuff. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and bring it back to here, bring it back to this main gallery view so I can see all you grateful people. What any other questions, comments, anything? Like this is open forum. I got about 10 more minutes. So anything at all. If you don't want to ask it out loud in front of anybody, you can direct message me here in the chat. I won't say your name. I'll just answer the question nice and privately. Do you happen to read my question on the post yesterday? No, we lost electricity. So I kind of feel like I've been backpedaling. Did you guys hear about the electricity story? It was crazy. So my husband is in England right now visiting family, and I'm just me and the boys. They're old enough. I left him alone. I went around the corner to go work out. My phone's ringing while I'm working out. My son's like, all the electricity went out. And I'm driving home, and sure enough, the whole neighborhood, like 3,000 homes, the whole, like all the businesses are black. All the streetlights are black. It was pitch black. I don't know what happened. So the electricity was off for 3 hours. And my oldest son had to go to basketball practice, and it was just my younger son and I. And I'm doing everything I can. I'm waving a magic wand, trying to get the electricity to come on. I'm like singing and dancing. And then suddenly I go, hush, little Bodie, don't say a word. Because he was crying. He was so scared. And I'm like, Mama's going to get you electricity. And I went like that, and it popped off. And now he thinks I have magical powers. But anyway, that's a long answer to your little question about the we can start with 5 seats in agency. Yes, you can add more seats. So they're sold in packs of 5. You can add as many as you want. Yes, that was not good.
Did you ever find your nutcracker soldiers?
Yeah.
Did you tell? I didn't know. I missed a couple of calls, but did you ever find
Did you guys hear about that? So
the 30 feet nutcracker soldiers, I think. Did you find them?
They're 9 foot tall. And I ordered them.
Sounded like they were 30 feet. They're 9 feet tall.
No, they're 9. Well, 9 foot is still like bigger than my ceiling right here. Like they'd be like this in my house. But they didn't show up. And the site in China was like, maybe you didn't see them. I'm like, they're 9 feet tall. There's 2 of them. How can I miss them? But Steve, that was not good. What was your question on yesterday?
Me, Steve?
I was asking about an API. Oh, yes. Yes, APIs. I talked to my developers this morning, and I said, what could we get done before Christmas? An API was not something we could get done before Christmas. And I didn't want them halfway between a project over the Christmas break. So they're going to finish up maybe 2 things before Christmas. The other 2 things on the list, which was Spotify and sample shows. So those might be done. And then we're going to jump into APIs. And then, hey, I want to get your feedback on an idea. Tell me about this. So would it be beneficial if somebody got your show, and let's say Steve got my show, and it said, hey, Steve, thanks for getting my show. And then Colleen got my show, and it said, hey, Colleen. Hey, Jenny. So basically, we integrate AI and voice cloning, and it inserts a little welcome at the beginning so that each audio, like the first episode, is custom to that person that got your show. Yeah, I got a lot of booms and thumbs up. Yeah, you guys like that idea? Yeah, I do too. I really do. Customization, and I think it's possible. We're trying to figure out how we do it, but I think what it'll be is just you get like a short episode that's appended to the very first one. Like, and it's all voice clone text, and the text will insert name. And if it can't read the name, if it's like something that's kind of crazy, it'll just say, hey, my friend, or something like that. Très bien. Yay. So yeah, that's something else we're working on or thinking about. I told him to look into that over the holidays, my lead developer. So yeah, that'll be cool, won't it? 11 labs. Yeah. And there's open source. So what we're thinking of is like hosting something locally. So then it doesn't become expensive with tokens, because like the more you use this, the more AI tokens it takes. And that's where us as a business go, oh crap, how do we pay for this? How does this work? Because we don't want to penalize you for growing, but we can't go this way when you grow too. So, because it'll cost us more, the more tokens. So that's the other part of this, is how can we build this out without like using 11 Labs API or something where it's going to cost us a fortune. If you are like Colleen,
we can just bring our own key, right? Instead of bring our own key.
We could do that. Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if
bring
you're trying not
API
to, I mean,
key.
if we're trying not to pass the cost on to us and just add an extra value, which I think is way better than coal. So a lump of coal, but Colleen, don't.
This is the extra candy cane.
Yeah, candy canes. Yeah.
Be Human AI.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Thank you, Steve. Put that on my notes. So, yeah, those are the things that we are on top of that, Stephen, because that API is important. It really unlocks you into other platforms, and we think it's really important. Angie Norris would be a great person for our part in Mintbird. I'm not following that. Is that one for me? I missed a message, maybe. Yeah, he says. I have no idea how to get on the list for this, but love the info and energy. How do I find out? Carrie, what list are you? You'll soon discover these calls are just sort of helter skelter about the API. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you, Stephen. I'll reach out to Angie. How did I get the text? Or email, actually. For this, I don't know, Carrie, how you ended up on my list, but I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you jumped in. But if you are on my list and you showed up here, you will be invited to any of these calls, and make sure you're in our private Facebook group, because sometimes I'm really crap at sending out emails. And I'll just post in the group, hey, I'm going live in 10 minutes. Who can join me? Sort of thing. I try to give you at least an hour notice. I'll put the group URL. Are you in the group? Are you on Facebook? Actually, I should ask that first. Oh, whoops. That just went to one person. I need that to go to everyone. How do I get everybody? I don't know. Steve, can you send that out to everybody? I messaged you instead of everybody, and I don't know how to get everybody. I can't get it to change. So, oh, there's Pierre sent it in. There we go. Oh, there in Pierre. Okay, yeah, there we go. That must be it. Okay, I'll post in there, and I tried to tag people, everyone, when it's like an event like this. I won't tag everyone all the time. It's just yeah, she is. She's a good friend of mine. Angie is. How can I get a hat like Colleen's for Christmas? She's cute. I love that little leopard print hat. It's got some spice to it. So, well, all right. So this is the last Tuesday at 2 for this year, but I am hoping to do that workshop again on the 29th. So between Christmas and New Year's, might be kidding myself pulling that off with everything going on, but I would love to see you guys between now and then, and hopefully you got the time. But I wish you all very fun. Yay. Okay, cool. Lester's going to be there. I wish you all a very good Christmas. I hope you get everything your hearts desire. I hope you have good health, good wealth, and lots of peace for the remainder of 2023 and going into 2024. I really appreciate all of you. And these little calls are just an absolute joy for me. So I hope you guys enjoy them as well. And we'll see you guys around. Reach out if you have any questions whatsoever. Bye, guys. Yeah, big hearts. Thank you, Michelle. All right, bye, guys.